Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and welcome to fabulous Singapore. Singapore is a retail mecca. Take a look at this. I'm just wandering through, and look at this, a Patek Philippe dealer. Take a look. Singapore has many high-end luxury watch shops. If you want to buy second-hand or new, there is a store to cater for you. This here is at the famous Raffles. Raffles Hotel has a retail, an upmarket retail precinct. Wonderful watches on display here. This is Singapore. Amazing Singapore has a wonderful selection of pieces. Everything is on offer. Many watch stores. Many tourists to Singapore have the watch bug and are ready to purchase. Vacheron Constantin, many brands that you can lust after. One of the greatest brands is Cartier. Cartier is hugely popular in the Asian area. Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangkok, many of these brands are well catered for. The Patek Boutique in Singapore is amazing, spacious, opulent, everything the brand would stand for. In my town of Brisbane, we only have a small sub-boutique in an Hourglass boutique. However, in Singapore, you have standalone Patek boutiques and Patek mini shops within the brand names. Patek, one of the finest brands of all time, proudly on display in Singapore. That's not to mention Rolex. Rolex, very strong brand indeed, Rolex. Rolex is very well represented. In fact, most brands are represented very well. There's always a good selection of luxury timepieces for the new buyer in Singapore. The tax from Singapore, you get a slight discount as you leave the airport. As you leave Singapore, you can get your GST or sales tax, VAT, whatever you call it, back on your purchase. Many wonderful watches are available. However, I gotta be honest with you, the discounting isn't that strong. It's not a hugely big thing. Rolex is another brand which is well catered for in Singapore. Wonderful shop displays with virtually every model besides the Daytona ceramic on display. Wonderful selection of pieces, wonderful contingent of stock. Singapore itself has these in the very upmarket arcades. Many brands are represented here. Singapore is a great place for the watch enthusiast to come and look. They've got everything on offer. Omega, that's right, Omega is well catered for in Singapore. Omega has long been a big favorite of the Asian watch connoisseur. Omega is well represented and there is many displays of this brand. You can see these brands everywhere in Singapore. There's duty-free shops, there's boutiques, there's watch shops that then cater for these brands. Singapore has a huge selection of watches. The secret is to haggle hard and get a great deal. You've got to haggle hard. Singaporeans are notorious nasty dealers. They are nasty fuckers to deal with. Retail is a dirty word. You don't want to pay retail, fuckers. No, you definitely do not want to pay retail. Retail is for suckers. Suckers pay retail. You need to get a significant discount to make it worthwhile. Although many of the shops in Singapore are fantastic, it's a bit of a pity that they've standardized the layout for many of these key brands. One Patek boutique looks the same as another Patek boutique. One Cartier boutique looks the same as any other Cartier boutique. Even the Rolex store, you could be in Rolex Singapore, Rolex Hong Kong, Rolex Bangkok. The flavor and layout of all these brands, unfortunately, doesn't have a uniqueness that really would be exciting for the well-seasoned traveler like ArchieLuxury himself. There are, of course, many wonderful shops in amazing Singapore, and it's out there for the person to find on the street. Blancpain, a brand you would think is a bit obscure, available in a boutique. Breguet, that's right, Breguet watches. Many wonderful watches are on display for the luxury connoisseur. My advice is, if you're going to amazing Singapore, do your research before you land. Don't fall in love with anything that makes you romantic on your Singapore holiday. Haggle like a bitch. You really need to tell these Singaporeans that price is everything, service doesn't matter. I want the best fucking price you lazy, nasty fuckers can deliver. Price is everything, service doesn't matter. Singaporeans seem to believe this mumbo-jumbo, high-end retail bullshit. Retail is for suckers, and I ain't fucking paying retail. I want a discount. I want a deal. Do your homework, know what a good price is, and then haggle like a bitch. This is the only way you will get a huge discount in Singapore. You need knowledge, you need information, and you need to be firm and abrupt. You need to be not scared of telling them, well, I'll come back. Your price is crap. I'm not happy with it. Go in there mean, vicious, and tough, and you may get a good deal. Singaporeans are notoriously nasty fuckers. They've been hagglers for many, many decades. The truth is, the retail bubble has burst. China is on its ass. Hong Kong is really fucked. Hong Kong is really fucked over. And these Singaporeans need to be told. They need to be told the truth. You need to tell these fuckers a few home truths about retail and the fact that you want a discount. Haggle hard, haggle mean, and hopefully you can walk away with your fingers intact. Singapore has many wonderful things on display, but don't get caught up in the romance of your trip. Don't get caught up in that girl from Orchard Towers' breasts. Don't get caught up in any periphery bullshit. You need to haggle like a bitch. Retail's for suckers. And I've got cash. You need to be strong, you need to be mean, you need to be tough. Go to Singapore with the right mindset, and I don't think you'll get a bargain, but you may get a lovely timepiece. Singapore is a very lovely country to visit. It's lovely to walk around. It's lovely, 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 but it ain't fucking wonderful to pay retail, fuckers. Singapore is a retail mecca, but paying retail isn't fucking wonderful in this shit economy. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you miserable, lousy fuckers think of that. And remember, you want a real deal? Go to Jewelers on Time. Kenny Nguyen. He'll really look after you, especially if you mention ArchieLuxury. Kenny Nguyen, retail sucks.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on Time, simply the best.